Welcome to our YouTube channel, where history comes alive with untold stories and unforgettable lessons. Today, we bring you the remarkable journey of Ulysses S. Grant, a war hero and a financial tragedy. From his glorious rise as the victorious general of the Union Army to his struggles and downfall in the world of finance, Grant's story is both inspiring and heartbreaking. And now, without further delay, let's dive into the video. Ulysses S. Grant's life was a tapestry of contradictions, woven with threads of triumph and despair. His journey from a humble farm boy to the highest office in the land, only to fall into financial ruin, is a tale that captivates and cautions us even today. As we explore Grant's life, we'll witness the stark contrasts between his military genius and his financial naivety, his moments of glory and his periods of crushing defeat. Born into humble beginnings in Point Pleasant, Ohio, in 1822, young Hiram Ulysses Grant showed little indication of the greatness that awaited him. Raised on his family's farm, he developed a strong work ethic and a deep connection with horses' skills that would serve him well in his future military career. Despite his father's aspirations for him to follow in his footsteps as a tanner, Grant's destiny lay elsewhere. Grant's early career was marked by both promise and struggles. After graduating from the United States Military Academy at West Point in 1843, he served with distinction in the Mexican-American War. However, the peacetime army proved less fulfilling for Grant. Stationed far from his family and battling loneliness, he turned to alcohol, a demon that would haunt him throughout his life. In 1854, faced with the choice between resignation and court-martial due to his drinking, Grant left the army, returning to civilian life with an uncertain future. The outbreak of the Civil War in 1861 provided Grant with an unexpected opportunity for redemption. Initially struggling to secure a command, Grant's fortunes changed dramatically as the conflict intensified. His strategic brilliance and unwavering determination caught the attention of President Abraham Lincoln, who saw in Grant the leader the Union Army desperately needed. Grant's rise through the ranks was meteoric. From commanding a volunteer regiment, he quickly ascended to become the general-in-chief of all Union armies. His victories at Fort Donelson, Vicksburg, and Chattanooga turned the tide of the war in the Union's favor. Grant's relentless pursuit of Confederate forces and his willingness to engage in costly battles earned him the nickname Unconditional Surrender Grant. The pinnacle of Grant's military career came with the surrender of Confederate General Robert E. Lee at Appomattox Courthouse in 1865. This moment not only secured Grant's place in history as the general who won the Civil War, but also set the stage for his entry into politics. Riding the wave of his wartime popularity, Grant was elected as the 18th President of the United States in 1868. His presidency, however, was a mixed bag of achievements and controversies. Grant's administration made significant strides in civil rights, working to protect the freedoms of newly emancipated African Americans and combating the Ku Klux Klan. He also pursued a policy of peace with Native American tribes, though this approach was not always successful. Yet, for all his military acumen, Grant proved ill-equipped to navigate the treacherous waters of Washington politics. His presidency was marked by corruption scandals, though Grant himself was never implicated in wrongdoing. His trust in unworthy friends and his inability to recognize political machinations led to several embarrassing incidents that tarnished his administration's reputation. As Grant's second term came to an end in 1877, he left office with a complex legacy. While respected for his military achievements and efforts in civil rights, his presidency was viewed as a disappointment by many. Little did Grant know that his greatest personal challenges lay ahead. The years following his presidency saw Grant embark on a world tour, during which he was celebrated as a global celebrity. However, upon returning to the United States, he found himself drawn into the world of high finance, a realm for which he was woefully unprepared. In 1881, Grant became a partner in the financial firm of Grant and Ward, alongside his son Buck and the seemingly successful financier Ferdinand Ward. Trusting in Ward's business acumen, Grant invested heavily in the firm and encouraged friends and family to do the same. Unbeknownst to Grant, Ward was running an elaborate Ponzi scheme, using the general's reputation to lure investors. The house of cards came crashing down in May 1884. Grant and Ward collapsed, leaving Grant not only penniless but deeply in debt. The man who had led armies to victory and served as president now found himself facing financial ruin. The shock of this disaster was compounded by a cruel twist of fate. Grant was diagnosed with throat cancer shortly after the firm's collapse. Facing mortality and destitution, Grant embarked on one final campaign to provide for his family through his memoirs. In a race against time and illness, Grant began writing his autobiography. The project became his lifeline, both financially and emotionally. Working tirelessly, often in great pain, Grant poured his experiences and insights onto the pages. Grant's friend, the famous author Mark Twain, recognized the potential of the memoirs and offered Grant a generous publishing contract. Twain's faith in the project was well placed. Grant completed his memoirs just days before his death on July 23, 1885. The book was an instant success, selling over 300,000 copies and earning Grant's widow, Julia, the modern equivalent of millions of dollars. Ulysses S. Grant's life story is a testament to the unpredictable nature of fate and the resilience of the human spirit. From the heights of military glory to the depths of financial ruin, and finally to a posthumous literary triumph, Grant's journey embodies the complexities of the American experience. His legacy is a study in contrasts: a brilliant general who struggled in peacetime, a president whose personal integrity couldn't prevent corruption in his administration, and a man whose final act of courage and determination secured his family's future. Grant's life reminds us that even the most celebrated heroes can face devastating setbacks, and that true greatness often lies in how one faces adversity. As we reflect on Grant's story, we're reminded of the importance of perseverance, the dangers of blind trust, and the power of the written word. His life serves as both an inspiration and a cautionary tale, offering lessons that resonate far beyond the pages of history books. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from history. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create even better content. See you again in our next videos, where even more incredible stories from history await you.